Alright, I guess we're on. Alright. Okay. Just checking a couple shit things out. Oh, there we go. There, that's a little easier for typing in. Well, I could play some Xbox while I'm waiting around. Yeah, that's one thing I did. Got a brand new Xbox Series X. Well, I don't know. I think all the controllers look like the same, so maybe I could have an Xbox, whatever. One thing I don't like, though, I don't like for Xbox. I don't like how for the joystick or controller that you gotta do the batteries. I know you can get a like a recharger thing, and I'm gonna get that next week or this weekend or this week. I guess probably this week because I went through two brand new Duracells in less than a week, and I got two brand new ones in here right now, and they're pretty strong. It's almost full, but still, man, that's pretty quick. But the Xbox is pretty cool. I've had play. I've had PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. I never had an Xbox ever. This game, goddamn fun. The Game Pass is absolutely. Yeah, holy fuck. Yeah, the Game Pass is just friggin' amazing. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have smoked that. There we are. Fuck, nobody gonna pop in and say hello? Nobody at all. See Alice Cooper in the back there. Eh? Dog's back there too. She's the one that messed that bed all up. There she is back there. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? I gotta turn my mic up. I guess I have that pretty low. Is that what you do? Turn that up? Oh, I guess I muted it. Oh, okay. Thought maybe Travis or something might pop on. He still might have a little Xbox chat since we both got the new Xbox. He's well, I don't know if he's got the PS5 or not. I don't. I'm going to get it one day. I don't know when, but when there's a good game that comes out, I'll get it, the PS5. But the reason I got the Xbox X is because I want to play Starfield, and I'm a big Fallout kind of guy, and they don't have any more of the games made by Fallout. None of them will be coming to PlayStation anymore because Xbox is Microsoft slash Xbox. They like bought Bethesda, so you want to play any of their games, you got to have an Xbox. So it's not that I have anything against PlayStation. I've had 1, 2, 3, and 4. I wanted to get 5. I just didn't want to pay the prices that they had because they weren't the fair prices. They're like, online Amazon bullshit prices. Couldn't do that. Not at all. A fucking dog back there licking. Lick, 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 lick. Been working off and on all day on the new the new X. I'm talking X, X, X. Let's go back to R. Been working all day on the new R Team video that's supposed to be coming out for the 17th this Friday. She's pretty close to being done. Just coat of paint and then a little for sale sign and put her up in the market. I feel a little tired. I don't know why. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I guess that's pretty late for old people like me. 10 o'clock. Not a bloody soul comes popping into my web. I don't bite. Yeah, another thing is like on Xboxes with the Ultimate Pass, you can play all the EA games for free, and I'm a big fan of a lot of EA games. So I already had on the PS4 the new Madden football, but fuck man, that was like 79.99 Canadian plus tax. Here I am playing it on this exact same game, but better because it's the next generation. And boy, do you ever notice the differences? And yeah, just rocking and rolling on it. I gotta get another shelf up there. I want to put a couple more masks and gotta put up my Ghoulies and Gremlin. Yeah, I definitely need another couple shelves. I gotta fucking want to get some more masks, but starting to run out of room and there's a lot of rearranging gotta do. Yeah, looks like I can put some up there that you can't see, but I can put a shelf up there. Right above me, I have this like computer desk, There's like a shelf up there, and it's just got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 masks on there. It's pretty huge. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 masks. Looks pretty good. Just got to get some more shells. Yeah, that last sip of beer in a can is fucking terrible. Really is. Oh, look at this. Look what we got. I'm going to put my glasses on here to make sure I'm correct because I think that's a fucking stanky fucking Pittsburgh Penguin fan. There he is. Hey, how are you, bud? I hope you're doing pretty good. How this is gonna be for you. Yeah, I got this stuff, man. Let me tell you. I wish you could smell that. What the fuck's that called? Blackberry Kush. And then I got this other one. That's a uh, not a sativa, indica. Before you go, hold on, man. Before you go, because I know you only pop in for just a quick bit. I want to show you this other one. Maybe I can put a bud up by the screen. Oh, this is crazy shit, man. I hate if I had my like my camera piece of it stuck onto my see how it's piece of it stuck onto my finger. It's like this sticky, tacky. It's a sativa. It gives you this like really creative, like, well, sativa is a creative, keep you awake, kind of like coffee times 20. You know that. I don't have to tell you about it. I'm just saying because you know your weed. Fuck, if anybody knows their weed, you know your weed. But I like smoking the sativa when I do those like stupid R-team videos because like you got to do a fucking shit ton of editing, man. Editing. It's like it's not like you just poof. Like I mean, I know my videos aren't like professional movie, but I will tell you one thing. From the guys that do the lines that I give them and the acting, that's a lot of work that they do. And when I like editing, I gotta put in cut, music, cut. If I didn't have that fucking weed, man, I couldn't do it, man, without going crazy. Let me just see this last thing you'll hear. I'm too picky about the sativa I smoke. Yeah, I'm a little picky too. Not over picky, but a little picky, so I kind of understand where you're coming from. Uh yeah, there are some that there aren't I've had that weren't that great. Some of the lemon ones weren't really that good. Uh but I there's this one guy that I befriended the last 2 years at the Native American weed store that I go to, and they have this little container there that says um, tips. I always throw him a toonie in there every fucking time, and I ask him, man, hey man, I want to know what's the best for creativeness with a sativa, but I'm smoking it through a bong. And he told me a long time ago that he only does bongs. And I said, I don't want a cough one. I want a smooth. And he'll say, oh man. And they'll have like 5 jars right in a row, great big jars of sativa. And he'll say, well, you don't want this and you don't want this unless you're smoking joints, or else you'll cough your head off. But he goes, these 3 here are smooth for the bong. And I'll ask him the same thing about the indica, and he never fucks me around, man. He told for $2 you get the truth. But yeah, he's a cool native dude, man. He's, I don't know, he looks like about 21, 25, really long hair, glasses, hat on backwards, just like a Fu Man mustache and little thin one. Seems pretty cool though. I never had that before. Actually, I've never even seen a tropical cherry. I don't see too many. I see tropicals, but they're always like pineapple, eh? I never seen cherry. I see black cherry, but it doesn't say tropical. And lots of blackberry and blueberry. You know, the one I asked the guy for, he said, keep your eyes out for me, man, and let me know. I want, okay, I don't know if you know this one or not. Uh, Sometimes I can get it there, but not very often. And I've had to go to another spot and get this. But have you ever heard of lamb's breath? When I was in high school back in the late '80s, that's how old I am. That was so popular, man. Yeah, purple. You can never go wrong with purple. I've never went wrong with purple. And the other ones I never went wrong with. Have you ever had pink or white rhino? Nice, nice ones. Pink and white rhino. Yeah, lamb's breath is fucking pretty serious. If you're getting the hydroponic shit, not outdoor. Outdoor is nice, but hydroponic always wins. You know that. Indoor. Yeah, white rhino. White rhino was. I think white rhino was the first legal weed I bought in my life. When they had those res stores, because I told you before, I lived like 10 minutes away from the reservation, Indian reservation, and they had all these pot shops. But at first, they only sold if you had the medical card. I had a friend that had a medical card, and he went there, and I said to him, I was over at his house actually. He doesn't do bongs. He does vapes, with the great big fucking bag, and he has a real vaporizer. Custom $250 Canadian, which would be about 175 American. He has the real vapor, And I never got so high since high school. And I said, where are you getting this weed from? And he's like, he showed me his card. And I said, yeah, I heard on the res that this is before it's legal. I said, I heard on the res that, oh, fuck yeah, they won't even sell it to you unless you have the card. He said, that's bullshit. He goes, I've been going there for 2 years, and the guy told me they ask you at first if you have a card. If you say no, they'll say, oh, okay, then what do you want? Because when you have the card, of course, you can't be denied. But he said this was the res. The res started realizing we ain't going to go with the white man government rules. This is our land, our stuff. We got away with the gas. We got away with the smokes, no taxes. We're going to try the pot. And they did. And everybody around here is scared of the Indians for one thing. If they don't get their way and you fuck with them, they'll block the railroads. They'll block the fucking the roads, the highways, everything. And they'll put up blockades. And it'll cost billions of dollars within a month of like the train not being able to go through. So, yeah. So you don't fuck with the natives. So anyway, you can get that. So then I went up there like after my buddy told me that, and I've been going ever since. Let me read what you wrote here. Yeah, white rhino's great. Yeah, Girl Scout cookies, great. My buddy grew some of that outdoor last year, and I told him, at least for this area, maybe not for yours. I told him, I said, I heard that's one of the hardest weeds to grow, what strands of weeds to grow outdoors. But he had pictures and everything. He was fine. I never tried to grow it, but Actually, I've never had any problem ever since it was legal and I started growing outdoors. They've always been great big giant bushes. My one buddy's grow really tall. I don't know what his are or what he does. Mine grow more like a big giant blueberry bush, but huge. I got so much weed in my mason containers in the back room there. I don't think I even have to grow any weed this spring. I just have too much. Green crack's good. Yeah, that's another first one I bought that was legal was green crack. I think there's another one called pink crack. I don't know if one's a sativa and the other one's a um, what you call it there. Sorry, but yeah. Fucking that was the other one, white rhino and fucking green crack and then pink crack. Look, that was a few years ago. We've been legal now for about 4 years, I think. I remember having to fucking the whole shitty part of growing up as a teenager, having to fucking knock on the drug dealer's door and have to go at a certain time, and a lot of times it was like nighttime, eh? I lived in a small town as a teenager, so we had like the cops always drive around the small town. The cops weren't stupid; they knew where the drug dealers were, so you had to like time the cops where they were, and then go to the dealer because we only had a couple of dealers. Dumb cops never caught anybody. The green crack I had was really good. These natives they don't add any crazy shit. Yeah, I've heard of what you're talking about there. The amphetamines. Yeah, the natives here it's clean, man. It's like so clean. They don't do any of that shit. They don't want no trouble. They don't look for trouble, eh? And they know that if they were doing something like that, oh fuck, it would could be it would be traced and they'd be shut down and the entire reserve would be shut down if they were doing shit like that. Yeah. The only thing that they've done that's went against the law now that weed's legal, they're the only ones that you can walk right in and buy mushrooms buy them by the quarter ounce, half ounce, or buy them in chocolate bars. And in Canada, I don't know about the USA, I'm sure you guys are the same, but in Canada, hallucinant drugs like LSD and mushrooms are illegal. So you're not allowed to take them, you're not allowed to buy them, and you're not allowed to sell them. But the natives do. My buddy used to live out east, and in Canada, he lives in the same province as I do now. But a few years back, actually 15 years ago, he used to live out east, and in his backyard, everything out east is wild mushrooms. They grow wild like dandelions. He said he'd open up his back door and all these little tiny mushrooms, magic mushrooms, all over the place. Yeah, he used to come down. Yeah, that's a nasty thing. That guy that I was telling you about out east, he said at the time when he lived out there, there was no weed, none. And if you found it, he said it was expensive and always shitty. So he'd come down to Ontario every like 6 months, sell me like a quarter pound of fucking mushrooms and trade it to me for like a couple ounces of weed. That's it. Then he'd go back with 2 ounces of weed and make a fucking mint because he said he could sell every gram of fucking. He'd only sell it in grams, and everybody would buy it for $20 because everybody was hard up. I think I helped him put one of his kids through school. Oh, I've been good. Oh yeah, I've been good. I bought a brand new last Friday. I got a brand, or was it last Friday came in? Got a brand new Xbox Series X. So yeah, fuck that pumped me up. I'm thinking about getting the PS5, but the reason I got there's only one reason I got the Xbox X is because I want to play Starfield, and my most favorite developer company on any video games is the guys Bethesda that make like Fallout and Redfall's coming out too for Xbox. But anyway, since they bought the company, Xbox bought the company, so none of the games are going to be on PS 4 or 5 anymore. Well, they'll be on 4 for the old ones, but anything new. And so if I didn't get that Xbox, then I wouldn't be playing Starfield, and I gotta play Starfield. Yeah, fuck, do I ever gotta play Starfield? And that comes out in September. But yeah, and they got this thing called the Game Pass, on Xbox. Holy fuck, is that amazing? Like it's like it's like you can play like hundreds of fucking games constantly. Yeah, I'm surprised you've been here this long. Usually you just pop in, say hi, how's it going? Flyers suck, and you're gone. Yeah, I owe you one, man. I see during the week on your podcast. I'll definitely pop in and say hello to you and let you know the Penguins suck because honest to God, man, they're pretty close to sucking. But hey, by the way, I don't know if you know or not. Maybe that's why you wrote it there the other day. But yeah, Pittsburgh beat Philadelphia. Was it 5-1 the other day in Pittsburgh? But hey, man, keep beating us. The lower we go, the worse we are. We got the better chance to draft that Briard. Who's going to be like the next like Crosby. All right, man. I'll see you soon. Next time I see that you're on during the week. You're always on all the time. I'll pop in, see what you're smoking, say hello to you, and tease you for a bit. Thanks for popping by. It was kind of cool actually getting to chat to you for a change on the other side of the coin. So thanks for popping by. I thought it said penis have control of the last wild card spot, and I was like, oh no, Pens. Then I was like, oh no, I didn't read it wrong. It is penis. I really hate the Pens, but actually, what I hate more than the Pens are the Devils, because my best friend that died not long ago, a year ago, always in my ear about the Devils, and the Devils always beat the Flyers. Who's going to the Stanley Cup Finals? New Jersey or Philadelphia? New Jersey, every fucking year. And then when that pain was over, then your team beat me up. Ugh. And then my second favorite team is the Leafs. Life don't get good for me for hockey. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. Yeah, I got a shitty fucking hockey team. Hanging on the wall still. I don't hide. I remember the golden years when I had no gray. Fuck, the Flyers were good. They suck now. God, they sucked for so long. Oh, fuck, I don't even know when I'm going to end it. I'm just like fucking having a beer, smoking. I was playing some Xbox there. Like I told you, there's like hundreds of games, for free with the pass. I could play it. Just I'm really overwhelmed with them. Excuse me. And they have this other thing too, like a point system. So like you eventually can gather enough points and get a free game pass or a free game. It's crazy. PlayStation has nothing like that. But there's no hate. I'm not like, oh, I got an Xbox. I hate PlayStation. Oh, fuck, far from that. I've had 1 to 4 and plenty of years of fun. Yeah, but it's not. No, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. No, 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 no. You can look up any video, PlayStation versus Xbox. I had no idea. You have to have an Xbox to see. It's like there's just like hundreds and hundreds of games, and they're not. Of course, there's a bunch of shitty ones, but there's some fucking hardcore games in there, man, that are great. Oh, and the other thing is too, when a brand new game comes out, like a brand new one, it's free. You can play it on Game Pass for like I don't know how long, quite a while, and if you do want to buy that game eventually, you get like a pretty good sized discount. Um, Trust me, man. I'm not just saying this because I got an Xbox, but it's way better than PS for the Game Pass thing. I wish PlayStation like that, but PlayStation makes you pay for fucking offers you a few games and that's it. Where let's just say like when Starfield comes out, right? That's gonna be like 79, $89 Canadian to buy, but you'd be able to play that on probably for like I don't know. I have no idea for how long because I had never had an Xbox before, but you can play it for quite a while on the Game Pass for free. And let's just say you didn't like the game, well, you didn't waste like $80. And then that's the thing where a lot of games, not recently, but when throughout my lifetime on the PlayStation, I've wasted money on buying games. And I was just like, fuck, that was a waste of $50. Yeah, yeah, I know, man. Yeah, yeah, because when I was always playing Fallout, you can't play it without the PS Pass there. I always just used to get the basic one. And I looked at all three, and the ultimate or the maximum, the best one that I've seen is not even close to Xbox. Not even close. It's not. It's not even close. I don't. I mean, you can just like look it up on YouTube. It's like I'm not just making it up. I had no idea. I didn't know any of this stuff because I was like PlayStation since the goddamn 90 what, 96, 97. I got my first PlayStation 1 when it came out. My girlfriend at the time bought it off. She was native and she bought it on the reserve for fucking $200 Canadian. And they were almost $400 if I was to go to the white man store. Yeah, fuck yeah. I used to get some pretty cheap gas from her too. Car filled up for like $10. Yeah, yeah, but the library's not as big. Not even close. I'm not saying like PlayStation sucks. I'm told you that I'm gonna probably get a PS5 within probably a year if a good game comes out that I like, a game that I like that's not available on the Xbox. No, I'm not a fanboy. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, PlayStation sucks. My Xbox X is the best thing in the world. No, no, no. I'll tell you, there's pros and cons of everything. Like one thing I don't like about the Xbox X is the controller, because you got to buy a rechargeable, or else you gotta. use batteries. Batteries? Nobody uses batteries. Well, so you got to pay like a $30 Canadian to get like a charger. And you can't stream on YouTube. You can stream on everything in the world but YouTube. Why? Because Microsoft and fucking Google there, they don't get along too well. Well, I told you I use it every month, right up until this month. And I seen the three categories and I looked at the three categories. And I had the cheapest one just so I could play Fallout. Um, and they had this thing. They have this thing there where you can jump in, and then for the rest of the month, for $3.99, you can try the any of the other ones. And I did. And I tried the best one, and then I downloaded a couple games. And I didn't really think I didn't, they were great, but I saw the game list, and the game list was quite small mostly compared to Xbox. Xbox was like page after page after page, and PlayStation was like, I don't know. Like I say, I'm not putting it down. I'm gonna like one day, like I have no. I'm sure you're the same way as I am. I don't. I have no intention or any future intentions of deleting you from my YouTube. So I'll always talk to you as long as you're around. But one day you'll see I'll have a PS5. I'm just saying that from what I've seen, the Game Pass is fucking amazing compared to PS. No, yeah, I know I got the cheapest, but I'm just telling you, I looked at all three of them, and then they have that thing near the end of the month where like pay or middle of the month, like pay $3.99, and then you can switch from the cheapest one or whatever one you have to the middle one or the most expensive. I went to the most expensive, and for 2 weeks I was playing the games that they had available and downloaded. I don't know, some zombie Nazi game, and I forget the other one. And it was great. I thought it was pretty cool, but I didn't switch over because it wasn't cool enough. And then when I this the Xbox is better. Like I mean, you just look up a video. I'm not making it up. Look up a video. It'll say Xbox versus PS for Game Pass, and it'll just show you it's just apples to oranges. But like I said, I'm not a fanboy. I'm not just because I've had my Xbox for a week, so I haven't like turned coat. There's lots of pros and cons for both, but I just think that Xbox wins for the pass. That's all. Yeah, yeah, they weren't shitty. No, never said they were shitty. Xbox just has more. Yeah, that's for sure. Just the Xbox has more. But again, I'm not shitting on PlayStation. I'm born and raised on it, pretty much. And I will get a PS5 probably within the year. Just need a game, something to lure me in, like how Starfield lured me in for the Xbox. like $700 later. Fuckers. But I don't know. There's a way. I can't remember. I know how to do it, but I forget. How I can like play a video and we can both watch it together. And I'd throw up the video to show you. But I don't think you're here anymore. But holy shit, you were here for a long time. Jeez. Usually you're only here just for a few minutes. Flyer sucks. See you, man. All right, just ask Bucky to pop in and say hello to chat in the room there, but I don't know. Bucky, he don't pop in these too much. But wouldn't mind being able to chat to him. If he popped in, I'd be able to say, "Hey, Bucky, I want to talk to you about a few things. You just got to listen." Yeah, plus I'm gonna have to send those boys another freaking gift box eventually. I just like I already told you, man. Go to YouTube and fucking see which one's better. The people will what have spoken, sort of thing. Now where the hell's that American Samurai anyway? Bucky 749. Oh, excusez-moi. I've had no breakfast, supper, or lunch. What did I have? I had 2 Tootsie Rolls, courtesy of the American Samurai, Jeremy and Ma, maybe even Dad. I want to have him come in. Yeah, I just asked American Samurai to pop in and say hello. I might have to have the next time. Okay, I'll tell you what, man. Next time, which will be soon, Next time I pop into your live stream, fucking you explain to me the whole 9 yards. Until then, oh, I'm sticking with Xbox for which one's better for the pass. But to be fair, I've never had Ultimate anymore for a week. So I don't know, man. You might be right. But I don't think so. I really don't. Where the hell's that American Samurai? Guy that sent me all that good stuff. I don't think I even seen the movie American Samurai. Of course, I know of the movie. I've known about it forever, but I don't think I've ever seen it. On topic but off topic. Uh, I had some problems with my PlayStation 4. I've had it for about 7 years, and it was overheating and it blew up on me once. Right, turned it on one day, and so I didn't play it for about a month, and then I was at my sister's place at Christmas for Christmas dinner, and I was talking to my brother-in-law because he has a PlayStation 4 about it. What happened? My dad actually overheard the conversation. He's like, "Oh, what happened?" And I told him. He's like, "Oh, I can fix that for you." And I said, "Seriously?" He's like, "Yeah." So he ordered a part off of Amazon. Came in. Once it came in, he had it fixed within 30 minutes. So then, last about 6 months, my PlayStation's been getting loud because of the fan. And I looked up online and it said one of the common things for the PS4, not the Pro, the PS4, which I had just a regular, is like the problems with the fan. So it got to the point where I couldn't even, for the last 2 3 months, I was like, I couldn't even basically do any live streaming or nothing with me on the camera and talking because the PlayStation was making too much noise. So I ended up getting that Xbox, and plus I wanted Starfield. But let me tell you, man, fucking yeah, that thing fucking overheating, making the noise and shit. My best friend, he bought a. I don't know if he bought it or got it for Christmas. I can't remember. He has a PS5. I haven't really talked to him too much about it, but I'm sure it's way. It doesn't have no overheating issues. Now, what about you? Do you have any overheating issues with your PS4, or you're all cool? I used to watch a couple of your live streams, but you never talked back. So that was like about 2 years ago. So then I didn't watch anymore. You're always playing like gun type games all the time. Yeah. Fuck, we've known each other for what is it now? 4 years? I don't know, 3 4 years. Way back in the Rob Precious days. That's enough. You gotta go out. Going out. You gotta go out. Do you want out? You want out? Well, come on now. That's not. Who's that dog? Who's that dog? Who's that dog? Who's that dog? Is that you? Not gonna bark? Usually you flip out. But you're not gonna bark this time? I don't know. All right, I'll tell you the shortest way I can tell you. A couple years ago, his dad died, and his family consisted of him, his brother, his mother, and father. Long time before his dad died, his brother went to school to be a doctor and moved to Scotland, and he lives there. Rob and his family live on the islands outside of Scotland. And so Rob and his dad have a sheep farm. And so it's Rob, dad, and his mom. And then Rob's dad died a couple of years ago, and Rob had to take everything all over. And Rob and I used to talk, not now. We used to talk every 2 weeks and emails. And he told me, man, he said he's went into a depression really bad about his dad, and told me that all he does is just drink booze like all the time, fights with his mom, doesn't do any of the work on the farm he's supposed to because he's always drunk or hungover. And then I think the last time we spoke was about 8 months ago, and he told me, "Oh, I'll be back on YouTube, and I gotta quit the drinking and blah blah blah." So basically, he's a drunk. He's in a depression, and he's a drunk, and he has no interest in YouTube anymore. That's it. That's what happened to Agent Rob. Like, if his dad never died, we'd still be having him doing videos. But once his dad died, everybody handles things differently when their parents die. And in his case, he turned to the bottle, became an alcoholic, and that's that. So almost 6 years ago. I know that means 6 years ago, but I don't know the exact date. So it's probably like 5 years and so many months. Yeah, yeah, and we met Emma Mesto or whatever. I still have him on my list. Like you, me, him, and there's a whole bunch of stoners. We all met. I can't remember how. It was somehow. That was back when we all had like less than 100 subscribers. Yeah. Except for Emma Mesto, I think he had like 100 subscribers or something like that. I think I had like two or three. Fuck, the first 100 subscribers took me for almost a year. Yeah, because I came on I think 2017, but I didn't do nothing. Maybe made one video, and then after that I met you and all those guys I was talking about, and then a couple years later Rob Precious. Um, my very first my very first subscriber that I ever had, um, that was not my, a friend that I asked to subscribe to me, like somebody I didn't know in the YouTube world, was the American Samurai. Bucky 749. Yeah, he was my very first fucking subscriber. He had, I think, like 50 subscribers, and I had none. He subscribed to me because I had these like wrestling cards, Um, and he collected them too, and that's how he met me. And then he subscribed to me and he started commenting on my videos, but he didn't comment on any of the videos that you and I do. You know what I mean? Where I'd be doing a bong or whatever. I'd notice, oh, he doesn't comment to that. He only comments to non stanky stuff. Excuse me. But he's a good person. Him and his family sent me a gift box. It cost 80 some odd dollars American to send it down. It was as heavy as a fucking TV. It was just full of shit. No, no, I didn't. No, I haven't ripped one since probably this morning. No, I guess it's maybe the food I eat. I don't know. No, I don't get too many of those. You do. I always hear you in videos talking about farting and shit. I got, I'm as human as you. If I farted, I'd fucking tell you, yeah, fuck yeah. Maybe make a joke like you do. But no, nope. Sometimes that dog does. You don't hear it, but fuck, you smell it, man. It smells like there's a fucking goddamn corpse under my bed. I'll just be sitting here fucking doing whatever. Next thing you know, I don't hear it, but it's like, hey, wait a minute, man. I didn't bury a body under my bed. Now look at that dog, and I'll be, oh, you disrespectful dog. Because it just, oh man, it's foul. It's like a fucking ghoul. I don't know what I'm feeding the dog to make her smell like that one, but roast beef dinner. That's a no no. But yeah, I don't know her, of course. Dogs love roast beef. She gets the roast beef, potatoes and gravy and shit. And fucking 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, fucking, oh my God. Here come the farts. Yeah, he sent me a message on one of my sorry, like not like a private message. He wrote on one of my videos about 2 or 3 months ago, and he said something like, "Hey, how are you?" or whatever, and I typed back, "Wow, man, I haven't spoken to you in ages or something," but he didn't respond back. I used to watch his live feeds all the time, eh? I'd be drinking beer, and he's just fucking shit faced. But he's not drinking beer. He's drinking beer, whiskey, vodka. He's got it all, man. Like that guy's a hardcore alcoholic. No offense if he's listening. God love you, man, but you know the truth. You're an alcoholic. And he's just drinking and he's got the fucking music going and he's drinking. He doesn't seem to be into the wheat. I know he tokes. I know 100% he tokes. You know he tokes, but he's not a fucking hippie like us in a way. I mean, he's more of a drunk. Like if he was on an island and he had the choice, he'd take booze. If you or me were on the island, we'd take like, weed. Yeah, he's a Friday night forever. He loves to party. You can see it. He's got that DJ thing. You can tell, but he can handle the joint here and there. But when it comes right down to it, he needs this to turn into the DJ. And when he does, he just rocks and rolls. Yeah, true. But he still tokes though. He smokes a lot. I've seen him live smoking shit. Used to use his little pipe, and I don't know why he don't come on so much, but he used to come on right fucked up like every weekend, and then it weeded out to once a month, and then to like once in a while, and then to holy shit, what happened? Where are you? He's still on my list though. I didn't delete him. I deleted some of the people that were tokers that I first met way back then because we just didn't have no interaction, and I used to comment on a lot of their videos, and they didn't say fuck all to me. And I'd comment on their next video, and they wouldn't say nothing to me, and it went on for a couple of months. And then I got rid of them. And plus, sometimes I'd check on the list, and I'd see people that said they were subscribed to me, and I saw on my list that they were. And then, like, anywhere from 1 day to 3 months later, you check it again, and they weren't subscribed to you no more. But I was subscribed to them, so I'd be like, "Fuck you, unsubscribe." No, I'm pretty loyal. Like that's why I don't watch your videos all the time, and you don't watch mine all the time. But we hook up here and there. You know, you're one of the guys I won't get rid of. You get rid of me, then I get rid of you. But but I don't think we'll get rid of each other because we got that like link. We got that like fucking Pennsylvania rivalry, and smoke the weed. And I can't say we have an Xbox PlayStation rivalry because we don't. Because I don't hate PlayStation. And I still have a 4, and I want to get a 5. But I need something to come out from PS5 that's gonna get me hooked, like Starfield. But yeah, and plus on top of that, you seem like an okay guy. I could see like I could see you hanging out with me and my friends, like say in the summer, sitting around the water and those Muskoka chairs and passing around the bong and a few beer. You'd fit in because I have a couple of friends that are Pittsburgh fans, huge Pittsburgh fans, like way back from the Mario days. So you would not feel alone. Yeah, okay, man. Yeah, holy fuck, it was pretty cool you sticking around that long. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I don't know. I might stick around for another half hour or so, and then I don't know, grab a bite to eat and fuck off. But cool, you have a good one. So Bucky never showed up. I was hoping Bucky would. Wanted to thank him personally. At least this way, I could have thanked him for the gift box. I gotta make a video pretty soon because I want to eat that payday. I've never had a payday. I'm gonna look up. Does Canada even have those? Huh. Hmm. I feel like eating it right now, but I can't. I ate those almond bars. They were good. I think all those Butterfingers. What else did I eat? I ate a shit ton of Tootsie Rolls. Um, all those Cheetos are gone. No, what's going on, bro? What are you doing, man? I was just talking to a friend of mine for the last like an hour or two. And then he just left. Oh yeah, you know, I'm not like a master of hash, but like when I was growing my plants, and when you snipping off the buds and you know like all the fucking tar, snip snip snip, and I'd have like about 6 plants, and then you get all that and you roll it all up, and obviously it's hash. But I didn't do, you know how some people like do the iron and the press and all that. They get like really serious and make like hardcore hash. Well, all the stuff I did, I just picked it all off, and it was like gobs and gobs of it because I had like 6 plants, and so I had like about a big ounce of fucking hash, but it was nowhere near as good as it could have been, you know. But I seen videos where people have like the press where it's like a hot steam press, and they have it with a wax paper and like yeah, yeah, that's how you get real good hash. But yeah, um, and then like obviously I'm a white guy, but I've grown up and I live, you know, 10-minute drive from a native reserve, and they have all these pot shops all over the place. But their hash is garbage. It's like the same stuff that I'm told you that I did. They didn't do the press. They just peeled it. It's just all the stuff they peeled off while they're snipping, and they probably had a great big giant ball, and they clip it all out in that grams and stuff, and it's like sticky garbage. It's not like hard, nice, non-sticky like Afghan hash. Like when I was in high school, oh man, we ever had good hash. It wasn't homemade. Yeah, really good stuff. Blonde hash, fucking the black, gold seal, red cherry. And yeah, I have not smoked good hash in about almost 30 years. Holy shit. But I smoked some pretty damn good weed. The only stuff I smoke is hydro indoor. And I grow outdoor. The only stuff I do with my outdoor is I turn it into brownies. I don't smoke it. I always smoke the odd joint. Might just turn it all into brownies. And then I've grown weed for about 6 years. Sorry, for about 5 years. Um, yeah, so I'm no expert. The thing is, when you grow weed every year, you'll learn something new. So I do enjoy my weed though. I used to in high school and stuff. I never smoked weed. I couldn't think of it when the hash was so good, and we used to have some really good Christmas green oil, hash oil, honey oil. It's like $20 a quarter. You get the jars about that big, and that's a quarter. It's like, fuck, man. There was some pretty good oil too back then. You find the right people. Should I have one more or not? I don't know. I was kind of hoping for Bucky to come popping by or Travis. No go. Fucking, you ever hear the geese out there? They're all lined up on the ice, and then the water's opened a bit. All that ice will be gone in a couple weeks. We'll be breaking into spring. Thank God. It's fucking tiring, man. How cold it is here. October turns into cold rain all the way to April. Starting to see some blue skies finally. Surprised we don't have like a huge suicide rate in Canada because like the skies are like always like gray and for months and months and months. Oh well. I wonder if Bucky ever will come in here. That's what I was wondering, but I don't know. He didn't seem to be into coming in and saying hello. I don't know. I think it's on his thing. I don't know. My dog's snoring. She must be asleep. I fixed that blanket for her. I think it was around 1 or 2 o'clock. I had the whole bed looking nice for her, and she just tore it all apart. Makes like a great big like nest. See, it was all covered up. didn't think I was missing out. Excuse me. All right. Let me see. Am I all done cashing in my Xbox points for the day? Looks like I am. Yep. Don't think there's anything left to cash in. Nope. 2911. So tomorrow we'll be up to 3,000. I guess I could play some Fallout 3 since there's nobody around. It's stuck. I died. Strip me back here with my bat. I don't feel like playing anymore. Nobody bumps by. They don't want to see us mooch. Because that's it. That's enough. That blanket there, you look in front of you looks skinny. Oh, we both know you're not skinny. Great big giant oversized medium dog. That's enough. Nobody wants to come in. Nobody wants to see us. I guess I can just do some editing.
He got an important talk. It's for Lewis.
Lewis? You see burn pants. Put them through.
By your comments, am I?
Incoming transmission.
I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Luke, why are you wearing a purple shirt? Why is your hair kind of flat and messy? Well, my hair is flat and messy because I was testing out a couple of masks, and the shirt is purple because it's the one I wore from a video I just did before, and I didn't feel like changing shirts.
It's always a riddle with Lewis.
Riddle me this. What do you call a sleeping bull? Answer. A bulldozer. Riddle me this.
Tell me, what's the difference between an elephant and a flea?
We would sure like to know the difference between an elephant and a flea.
Well, an elephant can have fleas, but a flea can't have elephants. Oh.
Hey, little fella, the whole world will be the
Riddle me this.
Silence. If I'm reading through the lines correctly, it seems we may have a problem. Jeremy, remember that pot of gold I found?
What pot gold?
Perhaps I could tell you, dear brother?
Oh, Sam, my dear brother.
Anyways, it seems it may have belonged to a leprechaun. A very angry one at that.
Have an idea, am I? Let's get back to this gold.
Well, Jeremy, remember I talked about this one? It was too expensive.
Action Comics #1 with Superman.
Then I used the gold and bought the comic.
Okay. Oh, look at it. There's my buddy. Okay, so you can hear me. I just want to say, man, personally, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys went overboard. Man, big time. She hasn't got her treats yet. Well, she has enough treats anyway, but I was gonna do a video for the treats. I got those 3 bags still. She hasn't had any of them, but like I said, she still has lots of treats. I'm gonna do a video for that, and I want to do a video for your dad. You think you said your dad's favorite one was that Payday chocolate bar? I never had that before, and the whatchamacallit, and that I don't know if it's popcorn or whatever, like that pirate stuff. I haven't tried that yet. I ate all the Chester Cheetos. Man, I've been really enjoying the Tootsie Rolls. Oh, if you're gonna wait a second, hang on. I'm gonna go grab a Tootsie Roll. I'll be right back. You gotta go slide much? You gotta go slide? You want that? That's not one of yours. That's one of ours. I already told you I was gonna do that video. Your Tootsie Roll, bro. Yeah, I've been enjoying these. When I was a kid, Halloween, that was one of my favorites, was the Tootsie Rolls. Yeah, but I haven't tried the hooded pullover. Man, that's really nice. Um, I've been savoring those comic books. I haven't brought them downstairs yet. I'm not joking, man. Man, that was so cool. That sorry. Yeah, I was just reading that thing what you said about your dad. Those comic books you got me. Wow. They are really, really going to be enjoyed. I'm savoring them. I'm going to bring them downstairs pretty soon. I was thinking about it for the last couple of days, but oh, cool. I just bought a brand new. I bought it from Microsoft right from the website. An Xbox Series X. That Game Pass for Xbox is pretty wild. But I used to have a Sega Genesis. Oh God, back in the 90s, and then got into PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just bought this Xbox. What games? Oh, hold on. I'll tell you. Age of Empires 2, Alice Madness. I was like Alice in Wonderland. I downloaded Ark Survival. but I haven't played it. I downloaded As Dusk Falls, but I haven't played it. Crusader Kings 3, I've been playing that a lot. Darkest Dungeon, played a lot of that. I downloaded Dead Space 1 and 2, but I haven't played any of them. I downloaded Fallout 3, played maybe a half hour. I downloaded Fallout New Vegas. Haven't played it yet because I wanted to play Fallout 3 first. Um, Forza Horizon 5. Played about an hour of that. Madden 23. Played lots of that. Major League Baseball 23, the brand new baseball. That don't come out till the 28th, but it's downloaded and ready to go for free. Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlords. I have that downloaded, but I haven't tried it yet. Redfall, it's a vampire game. It don't come out until I think next month, but it's downloaded. Stranded Deep, downloaded, I haven't tried. And The Walking Dead, you know how they have all these Walking Dead series? Well, I just got into that. I played a couple episodes of that and really enjoyed it. So those are the games that I've tried so far. I haven't bought any. It's just the Game Pass. Okay, let's see what you figured out. Anything else here? Oh, Jeremy and I have had Sega since the 90s. Yeah, me too, bro. Well, I'm just curious. Do you guys have Xbox at all, or no? Any form of Xbox? Xbox One, Xbox Series, or you guys just? I asked you. Do you gotta go outside? Do you want to go outside? Do you want me to let you out? You want to go enjoy lots of snow and go bark at the geese? You want to go out? You want to go? Come on. I'll be right back, man. I'm only letting her out. I'm coming right back because she's going to be out on her own for a long time. I can hear the geese out there honk, 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 honk. Oh, the dog will be fine. So let me see your out here. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know much about New Mexico. Excuse me. I always thought of it because the Roswell and all the film footage, very desert-like. So I was surprised. I seen some of your videos there where you had snow and stuff, and then for the last 6 months or so, I like checked the weather in New Mexico, and I'd be like, "Holy smokes, it's never cold there. It's like almost the same as it is here." So you guys do get some pretty cold weather. But you asked me this thing, and I'm not quite sure if I understood what you said in your comments. So I might have screwed something up, but I fixed it. But I don't know. You'll see. But you said something about a Jeremy in a car or something, and I said to you something about Oh, don't worry about it. Me and Land Sea Air Canada are working on it. And then I was like, I looked back at it a few days later, and I was after I had been doing this stuff, and I was like, what the heck was he talking about? Or did I misread what he meant? But anyway, you're going to see a car scene with that and with Jeremy. I'm not going to give it all out, but I did add a car scene with Jeremy. All I'm going to say is when you see Jeremy in this car, look at through the whole thing, make sure you look at all the road signs. That's all I can say. But I've been editing the video off and on all day. Like you can hear the beginning of it. I'll just let you hear the beginning of it. Here's the beginning of it. That's our usual beginning that we always have. I'm just gonna let you hear a little bit of it, but not much more. And just to let you know, we got some St. Patrick's Day going on here, so just let you hear just a few more seconds, then I'm gonna stop it. Yeah, we don't want to give you no more than that. I don't like giving too many spoilers. That's about it. But yeah, well, like the acting and everything all turned out good. Friggin' the stuff from Land Sea Air Canada, the Jerry stuff turned out good. Uh, so far, the editing's been long and dreadful. It's a lot of work, man, the editing. But no, it looks good. Oh, by the way, sorry, before I forget, I know I already mentioned it, but uh, for your mom and dad, or if it was just mom or whatever, uh, please make sure you tell them that I said thank you very much for anything and all they did. Because I know just it wasn't, obviously you and Jeremy, your mom or dad flipped a few bucks, and there was an awful lot of treats. Um, just made what I sent you look like this little tiny thing, and you guys like sent me this thing. Man, it was like heavy as a TV. But sorry, I didn't see this last thing over here. What was my favorite game? Eternal Champions. I don't know if you ever heard of that. I liked Eternal Champions a lot, and that's where I first got introduced to hockey. NHL was it NHL '96 on the Sega? I think it was, or '94. NHL '94. I don't know, but Eternal Champions. I used to play that. I beat the game with every character, but not right away. It took a lot of work. Yeah, Eternal Champions. Um, I used to go out with this girl. We used to live together, and we had the Sega Genesis, and then right after that, we got the PlayStation One. But I remember with her for the Sega, she liked Sonic the Hedgehog. She used to always play Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega. I like the Roman guy. The My favorite guy was that like he was the guy from Atlantis. He was like a reptilian looking guy, and his hand was like a trident. And then if he won, he's talking about like the Roman Empire and Atlantis and all this stuff. It was kind of cool. But frig, did I like that, man? Did I like that game? That was my game, man. I and they had that wizard. What was his name? Xander, Xander, or something like that, or Javier, or something. I don't remember. But yeah, and they had these really cool ways you could do like these overkills, like like those Mortal Kombat fatalities. and I mastered them all. And they didn't have no internet back then, so you had to figure this shit out on your own. But I was a lot cleverer back then than I am now. Now I'm dependent on the internet to help me out. But yeah, holy shit, did you guys ever send me a lot of stuff? A lot of stuff, man. Like I told you at first, I thought that it was an Xbox, another Xbox, and it was a mix up. I was like, holy fuck, they better not. Sorry, man, for swearing, but oh, you'd see my videos. I was like, holy fuck, they better not have sent me another Xbox. And then I lifted it up. I was like, holy shit, this is like almost heavy as a TV. And then I looked at the label, Cryptic Cowboy. No. I just played the one. I bought it at Toys R Us a couple of years before that girl I was telling you about. I met her and started dating her. When was it? I don't know, 92, 93. But no, I didn't know they had any more. That's a bummer. But I live in Canada, so like we mostly back in the 90s. My God, whatever you had, I didn't get for 2 years. Seriously. Unless it was like a world demand thing, then the quickest I'd get it be a couple months after you. But honest to God, no. Oh, fuck no. I've seen TV shows and toys and video games that I never heard of in my life back from my age when I was like right into collecting that shit because I lived in Canada in a small town. Nothing. Best things for me for collecting and getting stuff has been the internet. All those masks and stuff, I could never find those in Canada. No, even if I went to Toronto, big city of Toronto or Ottawa, drove 2.5 hours. No, but that's a good thing. Yeah, I didn't know they had 4 games. Yeah, well, hold on 1 second. I'm going to tell you something to Jeremy. When I was in grade, I think 6, my parents, ever since I was little, sorry, let me start again. Ever since I was like a little kid, right from a baby on, I've only had color TVs. But when I was like about grade 6, my parents had this black and white TV. I don't know where they got it, but they gave it to me. It was a small one. Nobody had a TV that was my friends in their own bedroom. Nobody. But I had a black and white one, so it was kind of popular. So one of the things I used to watch every single night on Channel 11 was SCTV. So anything to do with SCTV, with John Candy, Rick Moray, oh yeah, any of them, Eugene Levy, any of them you can name from the 70s and 80s. I grew up on them, right? So Bob and Doug McKenzie. Man, they were awesome, man. They were like such a stereotype of Canadian. I don't know when Canadians were like that. Maybe they are a little bit, but they they overplayed it. Excuse me, but they were funny as heck. Yeah, Bob and Doug McKenzie and Martin Short, I think was there. Bill Murray, I think was there. Man, they had so many good people there. I vaguely remember it because like I don't think I probably heard it since back then. But yeah, man, they were there's still people that on my Facebook that once in a blue moon they'll make a joke, and it has to do with Bob and Doug McKenzie. Yeah, but yep, they were pretty funny guys. They had that movie too. And speaking of movies and comic books, if you put them together, my favorite comic book, one of my favorite comic books as a kid was Howard the Duck, and then the movie was such a letdown. What a bummer. I watched a documentary video on Howard the Duck, and the whole movie was rushed, and it would have looked way better. What it was supposed to look like was they wanted to make it look like it was going to look identical to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So Howard the Duck would have been like the rabbit, like a cartoon version. But they were doing cutting budget and came up with that horrible prop. Yeah, back when I was like younger, I used to work at this place. I don't know if they have it in the States or not, but when I was a teenager, I used to work at this place called East Side Mario's. And every morning before I had to go to work, they had the Red Green Show on. So I always watched the Red Green Show every morning. And just before the Red Green Show, there was another show, right? Like before the Red Green Show. And it was by Red Green's actual brother. And it was a space show. Have you ever heard of it? It's from Red Green's brother. I'll look it up right now. And then I can give you the name. Red Green's brother show. I used to watch it all the time. Harold Green's his name. Okay, Harold Green. It was a science show. No, not Harold Green. That's not his name. Okay, Red Green's brother. That dog's back there licking, driving me up the wall. Hang on 1 second. It's driving me up the wall. Shit. I can't find it. Yeah, Harold's his nephew. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna find him right here. Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. His name's Bill Smith. It's not his brother. Okay, let me find out the show. It was right before Red Greens all the time. Okay, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Is that what it's called? Oh, no. Ah, shit. It's Bill Smith Science TV show. I don't know. I'll find it and I'll message you one day. Just drive me up the wall. Okay, he was one of the. Okay, let me get back here. There we go. Okay, he was one of the guys on Red Green show. He was this guy that had like grayish hair and glasses. I don't know who he played, but his real name, there I told you. Oh, I can't remember the name of that show. It bums me out because they had his show on at like 7 in the morning. And at 7:30 was Red Green till 8. And then after 8 I left because I had to work at 9. And it was like on for like 2 years, those two shows. And I watched them all till it got to like rerun after rerun after rerun. Yeah. Damn, I can't remember that show. But I used to like it. He used to like sit in his chair and it was like, oh, he's like have all these questions and answers and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that was it. It was like science related. It was like a science, a little bit of comedy, but not much. And he had like a black leather jacket on, I think, and he sat in a chair. His hair was like gray, glasses, of course. Adventures with Bill. Let me look that up. Where the hell they show me Bill and Ted? Oh, I should put Red Green. Let me look now. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's the guy in the red green where you wore the like he was the guy that didn't talk, and he always like got beat up. Like he did dumb things. Okay, so you remember him? Yes, you remember him from Red Green. He's always the guy that gets beat up, does these dumb things like wears like coveralls. Yeah, he's the guy that had his own TV show, but I'm not seeing any picture of his own TV show. Oh well. But anyway, that's the guy I'm talking about. So you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, so yeah, you know Red Green. You know you're not shitting. Yeah. Yeah, they'd always have like stupid music playing and out he'd come and walk into like a haystack and the haystack would fall on top of him. Yeah, I thought they were brothers though. I didn't know that. I thought, oh, he's brothers with the Smith and Smith or something. I don't know if you ever heard of Smith and Smith. I think that's where he's related to. Smith and Smith was like the same era. It was like a husband and wife comedy singing duo. Smith and Smith. Yeah, all of those guys were all friends and TV shows were all out at the same time. Yeah, those guys had their moments. I remember when I first started watching the show, I was like, why does that guy look familiar? And then you'd watch the show a half hour later, and then a couple days later you clue in. It's like, oh, that's the same guy. I didn't know he had his own show, and he talks, and he's smart. He's wearing an old black leather jacket, sitting in like the captain sort of chair. Yeah, Smith and Smith was like the husband and wife. I remember watching a couple times them on my black and white TV when I was a little kid. And another one that used to be on there back when I was a little kid, Miami Vice. You ever heard of Miami Vice? Man, that had a pretty cool theme song at the beginning. I think I used that in an art team once. I don't know if you were in the art team then or not, or could have been back with just Rob before you. That's a really cool opening, Miami Vice. Yeah, hang on here a second. I think I was in grade 7 when this came out. Then, like a week later, everybody's coming to school wearing a friggin' Hawaiian shirt. My mom bought me a Hawaiian shirt and Hawaiian pants. I didn't want to wear them, and I still have them to this very day. They're almost like mint. I have to show them sometime online. It's like I'm not wearing this. Everybody else is. Yeah, well, I'm not everybody else. You know, one of my favorite little skits that we did was one where I did a short. Well, we had it in our team, but I did a short, and it's like a minute and 20 seconds. Canadian poolside zombies. You guys really, really did a good job on this, like big time. And I had my brother-in-laws and friends helping out. This is great. I love how your hands go. This was a really good one for me. I mean, yeah, see the thing I like that you do is you're good with acting like you're actually there. Like you can just see it with your hands and vision with your eyes, and you don't just stand there and just read the lines. You know, like you're like ooh ee, ooh ee. Yeah. It's that's the same thing with Rob. Like Rob wasn't didn't do what you did. Like Rob was kind of like just like I'm Special Agent Rob Prices. Blah 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 blah. He didn't do anything. Even when he was outside, he'd even be outside and he just I'm Special Agent. Yeah, but you're more improv. Yeah, yeah, no problem. No, because before you even did any of these R teams, and I used to watch your videos before because we've known each other for quite a few years. And yeah, I seen you like sometimes you'd be talking about something and then you do some acting. And, and then you get back into what you're talking about. You just like, or else at the end of your video, you would get into character of whatever you're talking about and be like, hello there, partner. See you next time, you know? And you do something like that. And so I knew right away, like, hey, fuck, this guy knows how to do what I could use, you know. And Rob was gone, man. I didn't know what the hell's going on. Rob and I don't know what's going on with Rob, and he never did come back. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, fuck, I really enjoyed doing those R teams and R files and stuff like that. And then we got talking, and I was, hey, if I did send you this and that, do you want to do some more than just what you did? Because I used to just give you tiny stuff at the beginning, because like Rob was still there. I just give you like something small, and then you're like, yeah, give me whatever you want. I was like, all right, and then. Um, One day you said to me, "Hey, Jeremy really likes watching the R team, and he wants to know if he could ever if he could join or whatever, something like that." You asked me, and I thought about it, and I was like, "Well, what can I do with Jeremy?" And I got thinking about it, and then a thing popped in. I was like, "All right, I know what I'll do." So this is what I do. My thing is like you act like in the R team. I have you act like you're the boss and you know everything and everything you got in control. But when it gets to reality, I have it so that Jeremy's actually almost more smarter than you, and he's more aware. Like, for example, Jerry's real, but you're too cocky and you're like, oh, because you're too busy with yourselves, so you don't pay attention to Jeremy. So you're like, oh, what the hell's wrong with you? Like Jerry doesn't exist. He's just a figment of your imagination. But meanwhile, Jerry's real. And like these aliens, they think that Jeremy's like way above you or any of humanity. Jeremy's like a god. So they come and see him and worship him. And hold on here. Yeah, yeah, that was cool. Well, I was going for Bundy. Definitely. I was definitely going for Bundy. Um, no, that was well done. I thought it was pretty cool. One of these days, I gotta put one together. I can't swing the camera now, but right, that noise is this box about yay big. It's got all my wrestling cards in there, but Xbox and oh geez, making video. I just never get around to thinking of doing a video for that. But I got to do that payday and whatchamacallit video because I got to try that out. Do you and Jeremy like payday? Yeah. Are you guys going to be doing any more of those type of videos? And how does? Oh yeah, that's another thing. That's what I was wondering when you put those videos up. I was wondering, did you just like do it yourself, or did you have the dice for for your characters, and did Jeremy have the dice for his, and you did it, or did you just do it all yourself? And then that's how it happened. Oh, I hope it don't hurt my teeth. But yeah, but so did you just control the entire thing and then come out with results, or did you guys sit together and you roll the dice and he rolls the dice, you roll the dice and he rolls the dice, and then you had your outcome? Yeah, one of these days I should fucking send you that whole box of cards. I don't even play them anymore. I'm getting old. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do. I think I told you. Just one second. Yeah, I think I told you next month. I think it's on the 15th. My dad and I are gonna go to the Comic Con. They're having in Napanee. I've never been to one of those comic things before. I'm not dressing up or anything, but I'm gonna take the camera or phone, camera or phone or whatever, and do a videotaping so you can see how what one of ours looks like. Oh yeah. I seen that one. Yeah, he's like has like the winter background, and he's like wearing like all brown. Yeah, I haven't got any cards from them in a while. Kind of got into other things. Sometimes I'll like go like this, like 1 minute playing a video game. Next minute, I'm collecting masks. Then next thing you know, I'm back to video games, and in between all that's the R team. Yeah. Also, I showed quite a few people the that newspaper clipping with Jeremy doing the food drive thing there. When I was a kid, this guy, my best friend at the time, not now. We're still friends, but he was at the time he was my best friend. I always cheered for the bad guys, right? And he cheered for the good guys. And I tried to convince him come to the dark side, and he tried to convince me come to the light side, but it didn't work. So every time it was King Kong Bundy and John Studd versus like the Killer Bees, he'd be pure Killer Bees, and of course the Killer Bees would win. And the only time that he caved in, you gotta understand, this guy was hardcore face. He was hardcore face, and I was a heel. The only time he caved in was something that nobody, no matter how face you are, nobody could not love this guy. And that was Randy the Macho Man Savage. When the Macho Man showed up with Elizabeth, my friend was like, "Oh man." And I was like, "This is what you're missing out on, man." I said, "Bad guys can be cool." He's like, "Oh no, Elizabeth's gonna turn him good." I said, "No, no, no, no." And Macho Man was bad for so long. You know what I mean? As a heel, not a bad wrestler. And when he had the Intercontinental belt and took it for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, back then, my friend was still cheering for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And I said, "No, hey man, Macho Man." Yeah, let me ask you something. You've told me because I asked you, and you gave me a list of 5 guys. Who can you at least give me 3 guys? You can do it in any order you want, but I never asked you what are Jeremy's favorite wrestlers, like for number 1, 2, or 3. You don't have to name like 15 of them. I'm just saying, at least give me 1 or 2. Who does Jeremy really like? Who's this guy? I'm surprised I never asked you that. And I never asked you also, what's Jeremy's favorite video game? Because he's like right into the video games like me. Yeah, Jeremy would like spending a weekend here. I'd be just like, here you go. Get on that Game Pass and play whatever the hell you want. You have like a couple hundred games to play. You've done that, you got computer games for you. You done that? We can go to my brother-in-law's and he's got virtual reality headset. All right, yeah, I'm in no rush. Go ask him. Excuse me. Jerry Lawler's awesome. Macho Man. Yeah. Oh, I read it wrong. Yeah, Macho Man. Like I said, you can't go wrong with Macho Man. You just can't. You just can't. You cannot be a true hardcore wrestler and not like the Macho Man. He was so good in character. He was an asshole in real life. I mean, he beat women. He was steroid right up. He was a bad person, and you wouldn't want him for a friend because he's just all those steroids and the shit just messed him up. But man, he was good. I didn't even, back during the '80s, when the WWF was huge and shit, and they had Lanny Poffo, the poet and all that stuff. Back then, because there's no internet, right? You don't know shit back then. Me and my friends, we didn't know if that was Macho Man's brother. None of us did, and they didn't say it on TV. None of us knew that. I didn't know that until sometime in the 2000s. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, he used to come out as the poet and the genius and all these things. Remember the genius? And he used to come out as the poet, and he had something else he did too. I forget, but I never knew he was Macho Man's brother. Yeah, I used to come out in that graduation outfit as the genius. Man, wrestling was so good then. I can't watch it now. My best friend, he watches wrestling still religiously. Raw, SmackDown, the whole 9 yards. Um, I tried to watch a Raw a couple years ago, and 15 minutes I had to shut her off. Well, I didn't know about him and the dogs, but I know he was pretty cool. Um, Other than everybody has their own problems. The steroids kind of, you know, and he was very abusive. It's just some guys, not everybody, but some guys, they're very obsessive with their women, and the women, they won't let their women talk to anybody, go anywhere, and doing stuff. When you saw Macho Man being that way in the ring, he was the same way outside of the ring with Elizabeth. I know you're not stupid. You've seen lots and lots of videos, and they'll tell you how Macho Man was really a jerk to Elizabeth, and Macho Man had a lot of problems. I think I blame a lot on the steroids because he wasn't a big drug user or anything. It was, but you get pumping out of that shit in you for 15 years. It just messes up your testosterones and stuff, and you just get angry so quick. That's one thing about Macho Man, real life. Like you get angry real quick over. You could make a small joke that had nothing to do with offending him, but he'd get offended, and the next thing there was a fight. But yeah, rest in peace, Macho Man. Yeah, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, I think Mr. Perfect died too because steroids. A lot of those guys, same with football players. Back then, steroids were huge in the 80s, eh? And they didn't know the damage that it did to your heart. They just got big and big and big, and that's what they wanted, strong. I don't know. Now steroids are different. Steroids are a little more safer, but I wouldn't recommend them. But back then, they were pretty hardcore. Like, I'm lucky. I'm surprised Hulk Hogan's still alive. Like, Hulk Hogan, I have no idea how he still looks good, but he does. I don't know much about the dog stuff with him. But that was pretty, like I said, I know I already said it a few times, but again, that was pretty cool. You guys sent that. I have a feeling your mother was behind that, but you guys sent those 3 things of the dog treats. That was very nice to you. And like I said, I'll do a video for that. Oh, look who's back. Yeah, I seen your live, man, but my friend here, American Samurai, Stank, you said you knew you heard of, well, you know of American Samurai. Well, Bucky 749, that is the American Samurai. That's my man that took over for Rob Precious. So American Samurai is like the new star, obviously, of the R team. But when you go to his YouTube channel, it's Bucky 749. Oh, Mother Nature calls. I gotta take a leak. I got something here to show Bucky. Hold on, Doug. It's not food. All right. Yeah, you're there, Becky. All right. Here's from what you said with your lines. Made in Ireland. Bushmills. That's for St. Patrick's Day, not today. Undertaker. Undertaker was awesome. He wasn't my favorite, but he was awesome. Yeah, shut this Xbox off. I'm done for the night. Turn off console. Good night. A current one? I don't know any current ones. Yeah, I don't know any current ones, so that's between you and Bucky. Yeah, Roman Reigns was the last one I ever really heard of. My friend was talking about him and the belt and stuff, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I know what he looks like, but I don't know nothing much about him other than he's been the champion for a while. Back when my friend was talking about it. Here's a question I have for both of you, since you both watch wrestling and I don't. Is that AEW any good? I've never watched it in my life. My friends prefers WWE, but what do you guys think about AEW? If I have that name right, the one with Chris Jericho. Is that good or bad? Is it worthy as a rival or is it garbage? Yeah. I could watch it anytime I wanted to. I just, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen. I see they have. Seen they got a little bit of WWE talent. Like, didn't the Big Show go there? Or the Big whatever happened to the Big Show? Didn't he go there? I used to like when he used to come out. You know, they had that like the Big Show. He'd come out. Great big fucker. Not Andre Big, but he was a big fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I never watched it before. I seen a couple of things on YouTube. That's about it. You know, like championship matches. Check that out. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've seen a couple did like that I know of. You know who I like every once in a while? I'll really enjoy getting a different perspective and what I think is kind of like the truth or one side of it. You know, Jimmy Cornette, You ever check out his podcast? Like, I mean, he's an easy guy to hate, but I never hated him. And you got to take his podcast with a grain of salt in a way, but man, they're great. Yeah, like he I think he tells you like the way it is. Like he'll tell you that this guy was an asshole and this guy was a cheap cunt and this guy, didn't put ketchup on his french fries. He'll tell you everything. Yeah. Yeah, I like I enjoy watching or sorry, checking a few of his podcasts. I haven't in a long time, but there's a time where I was like listening to him for about 2, 3 months straight. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's something else. He's got his pros and cons. Even if you love him, he's an asshole. Because he is. He's an asshole. He's an asshole, but if he likes you, he's loyal to you. If you're his buddy, he ain't gonna fuck you around. But if you're not his buddy, he don't give a fuck about you. He just wants your money. But if he is loyal to you, he's a loyal man. In my opinion, that is. Yeah, the territories. Yeah, when he talks about the territories, that's probably some of the best podcasts you can find with Jim. Yeah, when he gets talking about that old hardcore stuff, like the grinding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, the territory talk. Some of my most favorite podcasts of any wrestling is him talking about that. So, right on, Buck. You got that one. I've never checked out the Foley one. No, I've seen that. I've listened to a hand fuel. What the hell did I just say? I listened to a handful of wrestling podcasts, but I think when I had to go back to Jimmy, he's my favorite. But no, I know I never listened to Foley. Um, most of the ones I listened to were I can't remember the name of it, but there's this one they have where it's just wrestlers talking bad about other wrestlers, right? So you go there and you can watch one episode of say Hulk Hogan. I'm just saying, I might not have it right. I'm just saying Hulk Hogan putting down Roddy Piper and really bad pretend. And then you can go 10 episodes later and then it's Roddy Piper putting down Hulk Hogan really bad. It's like but Cornette, he didn't like play both ends of the stick like that to get views. He just have his videos telling you everything, like how you guys know because you both seen them. It's too bad wrestling's not the same. I don't know. Plus, you got the woke crowd. You did. For if I didn't have my glasses on, I would see that as you saying I just fainted. But I don't think that's what that says. So you and Bucky are the only Americans in here. You guys are pretty far away. Pittsburgh, New Mexico. Wouldn't that be a long drive from Pittsburgh all the way to New Mexico? Who let the dogs out, Bucky? Who let the dogs out, Bucky? Who's drinking Mountain Dew now? It's me. Yeah, I know that's one thing that you've always enjoyed, Stanky. You always enjoy a good fart. From you. Not from me or anybody else, but you always enjoy just ripping one out and letting the audience know it's it smells good to me, but it might not smell good to you. You got no problem with that? I don't drive. I wish I could say the same thing. I've driven some pretty fucking crazy shit. I used to work at a cement plant for years. Man, you can't walk in there and say I can't drive. Yeah, I like Mountain Dew. Yeah, I've driven a lot of weird shit, but well, I worked at a cement plant, and you gotta have they have these things called confined spaced attendance. So wherever equipment in the plant that has to get fixed, you need a guy to go in with a monitor to make sure the air levels are safe to breathe. So I used to be one of these guys. I used to have to be up at like sorry, be like I you put like almost like fire they look like fireman equipment. You put it on and you'd go into this like tunnel and it's like glowing red from the heat. You'd be inside the core and you're checking the temperatures to see if human beings can breathe and work in here. And then you leave and if it's good, let them go in. If it's bad, you don't. So I did that for years and years. I used to even have to go underwater where they'd work under these sewage things. And they'd put us in these suits that look like the old fashioned diver bells, like from the 1800s. They'd with like the hose and shit and send you down. And then you check the air underwater to see if the guys could work in it. It was crazy. You're still talking about fart stank. Stanking his farts. Yeah. Yeah, you do that work, you get paid a lot of money, but it's pretty dangerous to be honest with you. And I didn't go down with a big beard. I used clean shaven back then. Because you wear all these masks and shit, you could never have a big beard like this. I had a little mustache and a goatee, I think, back then. You and your fart radios. That dog's back there snoring. You can hear the dog snoring right back there. Oh, she was snoring. Stop. I could just hear her just snoring logs. No, 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 no. She's in snooze mode. The only time she'll growl on the bed only two ways. One, if she's having a dream, you know, dogs sometimes growl when they're sleeping. And the other one is when she wants something to eat and she'll like do these like snipping growls and then like because like her lunch is at 11. I don't know if you ever seen those little Caesars. They're like called Caesars. You give them to a little dog. Well, I gave it to her for a treat once years ago, and then she just got like hooked on it. So now I have to buy like the 24 pack for her, and she gets one every single morning at 11 o'clock right on the nose. And she'll start snipping and growling on wherever I am. Growl, snip, snarl, roll around. It's like, let me know at 10:30. Want my lunch? I want my lunch. I'm like, back, no, you don't get it till 11. And I'm like serious about it because if I give it to her at 10:30, then she'll be bugging me the next day at 10 o'clock. Fucking spoiled fucking mutt. But hey, if you're a dog lover, you're a dog lover. You know, one of my most favorite ones for wrestling, and because I like told you, like I told Bucky, I cheered for the heels. Okay, there, I'm sure you both know this. Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff, when they became friends, I was okay with it. I really was. But then when Paul Orndorff betrayed Hogan, did the clothesline and pile drived him, and then I was like, right on, right on, because I like the heels. And then they went for the belt, and Hogan won the cage match. And they had the replay over and over and over about whose feet hit the ground first. And they kept showing that it was like basically tied, but they gave it to Hogan. The thing that bummed me out was right after that, the WWF didn't promote that fight no more. That was it. It was done. It was like, holy fuck. They should have let Horndorf win the belt and they could have had at least two WrestleManias. Because the first two WrestleManias were kind of they sucked. WrestleMania 3 was like right on. But for the first two, they could have had Hogan and fucking Orndorff going back and forth for the belt, but they just dropped Orndorff. I don't know. I thought Orndorff would have been a great champion heel for a couple of years at least. That's a cool name for a dog, Reese. Every time I think of your dog, I want to eat it because I love Reese's Pieces cups. So I want to eat your dog. Oh, I hear my dog again. There, snoring. Hear it? Snort, snort. Oh, she stopped. She probably knows she's on camera. She don't like being on camera unless she wants to be. Yeah, yeah. He end up being like what, like a agent or something like that. He didn't leave wrestling. He has this one video where he punched out Vader, and he wasn't a wrestler then. He was like an agent or something. But Vader came in whining that I'm not gonna go out there and blah blah blah, and said the wrong thing to Orndorff, and Orndorff was wearing flip flops. Just came over and just knocked out Big Vader, and Vader was crying. He was all bummed out and hurt. Yeah, and saw one of those videos. Yeah, Paul Orndorff didn't fuck around. I liked him though. I really did. I wanted him to be the champion during the Hogan days before Hogan was like doing Andre and all that stuff. I thought they should have let Orndorff have the belt for at least a year or two, and then Hogan take it back, and then let Hogan run with it. But they just dumped Orndorff. They should have did that. They should have had that, because like Hogan was like unstoppable. They should have had him get beat at the beginning and take it back, and then run the course, run the gauntlet. But no, they just let him take it from the Sheik and ran the gauntlet all the way to the end. Not every time you saw Hogan versus anybody, you knew Hogan was gonna win. Every single time, there was no can Hogan lose? There was nothing. You didn't ever felt that. Even as a kid, you didn't feel that. You knew Hogan was going to win. That's why they should have let Orndorff win the title against him once. And then Hogan, like I said, then Hogan could have took it and then ran with it. Yeah. Yeah, Piper was cool because like he was even, I don't know, he like even like you said, I mean, even guys like you that like heels, I mean, sort of like the baby faces more. Piper rubbed on you, you know. Piper was cool, and I'm sure you know the history because you're not dumb. But Piper's Canadian, born and raised in Canada, and that's one thing I didn't know until the internet. I thought Roddy Piper was from Scotland. Excuse me. I didn't know Roddy Piper was born and raised in Canada. I had no clue. Yeah, I thought he was Scottish. His family was Scottish, you know, like his ancestors, but he was born and raised in Canada. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Fucking Canadian. Yeah, if you asked me 20 years ago, I would have said Scotland, and then my second guess would have been USA. I would never have guessed he was born and raised in Canada. Pretty wild. The other, the other thing that's pretty wild is I can't believe you showed up on my live stream. I've had live streams zillions of times and you never showed up. I thought that was just something that you kind of like maybe so that's your personal thing. It's like, oh, I'll watch your video, but I'm not gonna come on here and talk to you for personal reasons. I thought when I asked you tonight to pop on, I thought, well, if he doesn't come on again, then I won't ask him again because maybe he just wants to keep his life personal and doesn't want to chat. I just wanted to say my main thing. Excuse me. My main thing was I just wanted to thank you a lot for those the gifts, and I wanted to make sure you made sure your mom and dad. Yeah, I'm very appreciative of that because you guys spent too much money, like stupid amount of money. But thank you. Yeah, because like I mean that hooded sweater. Holy shit! That probably was same amount of money I spent on you for all that candy. Because like that candy, like those bars, they're like $2 each. Uh, bag of chips I think was like $3. The mask was $10 each. The hat $20 each. Yeah, you guys went overboard. What's this say? I thought I didn't see them come up. You okay? Anyway, oh yeah, but you seen the other thing. You're welcome. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Yeah, and then pretty damn soon I gotta do those videos for you, the payday and those that pirate thing, and yeah, I want to try that payday. And then do the videos for the dog. Yeah, hey, listen. Yeah, I'll wait till you come back. Go ahead. I'm almost ready to say goodnight to you. I'll let you go ahead, do your thing. Then when you come back, I'll say good night. Sweet dreams. Yeah, my dog don't need out. At least I don't think she does. What time is it here anyway? 12:40. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh yeah, and plus I wanted to tell you about this cool deal we got going on at that pizza place. Yeah, I gotta tell them a couple things before I go. Calm down, beast. Pretty sure I gotta go upstairs and sleep in the mama bed. Oh, you're back. Okay. Uh, oh yeah, one thing I wanted to tell you. This place I order from right here. This is Mamma Mia's. If you have, they have like this thing where I'll read it to you. Every time you get a pizza, you get these like every menu's worth 1 point. So small, you get 10 points. Medium, 18. Large, 20. Extra large, 25. Well, I just get the small, right? Because it's just me that eats the pizza, and the dog. So I got 19 of these things. I'll show you here. I'm not shitting you. Oh, one fell on the ground. I got like, I got like 19 of these damn things, right? So I'm gonna order a pizza maybe tomorrow or the next day. And that'll put me up to 20. And then I got 2 free pizzas coming after that. Holy shit. Shoved that up there. On the other side, I got a bunch of stuff that Land Sea Air Canada sent me. Sent me this like Bigfoot magnet thing you can put on your fridge and has like a notepad, but I didn't open it because I didn't want to. I want to keep it kind of like a souvenir. Yeah, and then I got another in my other room there. Yeah, he sent me a couple of t-shirts and hat, Bigfoot ones. Yeah, fuck, it's pretty cool. A lot of people sent me a lot of things. I know I sent you and Jeremy something a couple times. I sent something to Bob. I sent 2 things to Rob. You sent me something, which was the best. And Land and Sea Air Canada, they sent me, like I told you, something. The other people, there's some other people you don't know. I have some hockey friends that are Philadelphia Flyers news reporters that I'm friends with, and they've sent me autographed hockey pucks, t-shirts. I have all the videos online on my channel. Yeah, I've got I met some pretty good friends on the internet, that's for sure. It's 10:41 for you. It's 12, so we're the same. So it's 12:44 for me, 10:44 for you. And I'll tell you how cold it is too. Let me look at here. Napanee, 0 degrees Celsius, or if you do the Fahrenheit, it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. But to me, it's 0 degrees Celsius. Excuse me. That dog's snoring, I can hear. Hear that? She's all tucked in with all her pillows. She's got like 3 pillows. And then down at the other end's where she was laying down there. She made a little nest. She's up here. She has another little nest up here. The 3 pillows that she put them that way. I had them all nice and neat like a normal person. And she adjusted everything, as you can see. She has that nest, and then she'll flip over during the night and she'll sleep down there. My girlfriend that I used to have, oh God, back in the 90s, she had her uncle, right? I shit you not, her uncle looked identical to Joey. Identical, dressed the same, black leather jacket, hair. Holy jeez. That was crazy. I forgot all about him. He was a couple years older than me, but she was like, yeah, my uncle looks like Joey from Full House. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Saw him, was like, holy shit, is he ever? Yeah. Yeah. Is my pop almost gone? A couple more sips and then I'm gonna probably call it the night. So what are we looking at? 15, 17. So that's Tuesday. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, shit. So what's today? Tuesday's Tuesday. So Wednesday. Yeah, Friday's right. Yeah, Friday. I was right. Friday, I'll be putting out that our team video. For the St. Patrick Day one. So, all right. So I'm gonna. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. I'm gonna go to bed, dude. So thanks a lot for popping in. Yeah, they don't make shit like that no more. TV now sucks. Anyway, well, dude. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, one quick story. In Canada, back in the early '70s or during the '70s, whatever, Canadian cans, they were like hard. You couldn't crush them. You couldn't do this, right? And my dad told me that one time his cousin showed up when they were younger and he had American beer. And that was not a big thing. They've had American beer lots of times. But then the guy was like, he was like horsing around. He's like, I'm not in a good mood. And he crushed the can up like this. And my dad and everybody was like, holy shit. But then they found out later, like, he was just horsing around and it was like aluminum cans because Canada didn't have aluminum back then for the cans. They had these like hardcore steel. Anyway, let me read this last part before I go. Yeah, okay, good night and pleasant dreams. Same to you, bro. I know I'll probably just talk back and forth a little bit during the week on I'll probably comment because you always like have videos all the time, but keep your eyes open for the 17th. I'll be putting up a video of my mask. I'll be putting up a video of the Bushmills, and I'll be putting up a video of the R team. It'll be all three. Will be the 17th. I know the one you want is the R team. So, okay, bro. You have a good night. Thank you very much for popping in. I'm very happy to be able to tell you with my own voice instead of typing it. That I very much appreciate what you guys sent from you, Jeremy, Mom, Dad, all of you. Any thoughts from any of you that went into it? It was very, very nice of you. So, other than that, au revoir, goodbye, and good night. I'll just wait here in case you have anything to say before I go. But yeah, good night. Have a good one. In case you got anything to type here, I'm just going to look because I don't want to cut you off. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay, great. All right, Buck, you have a good one, man. I'm going to hit the button right now, so you take care. I hope you enjoy the video on the 17th. I'm sure you will. Good work on you and Jeremy's part in the video. Good night. Good.